Hey guys, ooh, it's raining. I feel compelled to tell you about this loaner that I have. It's a Lucid Air in pretty much peasant spec. It's a loaner, so I think it's just like rental car spec, if there is such a thing for a Lucid. But I've only had it for a few hours, and yeah, I mean, I feel compelled to maybe give you my thoughts because I have a few folks on Instagram that have DM'd me, I guess just asking. So it's easier for me to get it on video. Hope you don't mind. I'm going to be holding a phone with my left hand while I drive. But let me see. What can I say before I start driving? Even in poor man spec, the interior is really nice, actually. Seats are perforated, cooled, heated, you know, nice Alcantara interior. Like the color, that saddle brown color is really, really cool. The viewing angle of everything is great as far as the windshield, but this A-pillar is humongous. It's actually the first thing I noticed jumping in this car is that A-pillar covers a significant amount. You get used to it, but it is very noticeably there. And the size, so it looks like a very compact car, and it feels pretty compact in here. But if you can see, like, this is scalloped in, so the distance from my finger to the outside is probably only like 1.5 inches, which is incredible. The way they do their space engineering in the Lucid is really probably one of the best, if not the best, in the industry. So that part's pretty impressive. Let's see. Yeah, there's not much to say that you can't already find out from other reviews. So I'm just gonna give you my 2 cents. All the cameras, the resolutions are really good. And the reason why I feel compelled to do this video is I always had sort of this preconception that Lucid was, I don't know, like the rich guy's, not car guy's car. And although the reviews are generally pretty positive in terms of the drivability, I didn't really believe it because it was just kind of not a car I would normally buy. For example, if I wanted to spend this kind of money, I'd much prefer a SUV that sits up higher, like obviously the Rivian. So when it comes to this car, just being given it as a loaner, by the way, this is a 2025 with almost 3,500 miles. So being that it's a loaner, I'm sure it was not treated with any kindness at all. And so far it's holding up pretty good. I must say that the only little squeak is in the steering wheel. So once I do like a full 360-degree turn on the steering wheel, I noticed that there's like a little clicking somewhere here. Aside from that, it's really quiet in here, and the insulation from the outside is pretty much what you'd expect. Much better than a Tesla, even better than a Rivian. But the biggest surprise to me is just the drivability, the feel of the steering wheel, the size of it, and especially like even this bottom armrest area. You see how it's a little bit more pronounced? It's a great place to hold your hand when you're driving on the freeway. It's really, really comfortable. And I think there are a lot of little engineering aspects of this car that has really surprised me. So for example, these 3 different drive modes, they really do make a difference, and each one is very significantly catered to exactly what it says, smooth / comfort. It does deliver. And the biggest surprise with this car, if I haven't mentioned it already, is it feels really telepathic. It's hard to find cars like that these days, especially with these new cars. This car, I got in it right away, and the throttle pedal, the throttle calibration is really good. The steering wheel feel is really good. I don't even know, and I don't care if this has hydraulic steering or electronic steering or some other weird obscure kind of steering system. It just feels great. Throttle pedal feels great. The suspension is the biggest surprise to me, because I've always known that this car has passive suspension, meaning there's no fancy, electronic damping, no fancy rebound or compression control. None of that. They're just your basic damper and spring combination, as far as I know. And it works. It just works really well. It's very comfortable. It rides very premium, but it is incredibly confidence inspiring. And that was the part that I was surprised about. Even just in the first 10 miles, the freeway on-ramp that I got to, you could I was able to kick the rear out and felt in complete control, even in the rain. So when was the last time I felt that just straight jumping into a car? Probably not in recent memory. So I usually do that with cars that I've owned for a while and feel comfortable with. But this car, out of the box, just impressive. So I kind of want one. Maybe I'll try to start looking for these in the used market, and hopefully the depreciation curve is to our favor at that point. But yeah, pretty impressed. Even the adaptive cruise control while on the freeway over here was not the most intuitive, but once you figure it out, everything works as it should. It's probably even better than the Rivian in terms of the adaptive cruise control and the lane keeping assist. So anyway, that's kind of all I have to say. It's a really cool car, and I think I want one. By the way, I don't even know if this is the 4-wheel drive or the 2-wheel drive or the long range or none of that stuff. And I kind of don't care, because it has enough range. It has a ton of power. You're not going to need more power than this. And so what I was most surprised about was really just the telepathic nature of the controls. So yeah, hope that helps. Thanks. Bye.